Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 10 trades. Today's date is December the 10th and I'm using my new Trigger Zones trading system alongside with my daily trade plan. Now this system, the Trigger Zones, I've nicknamed it the Holy Grail Trading System. One of the main reasons is for this magic indicator. That's right, I call it a magic indicator. Trigger zones, TZ for short. It really pinpoints the buy and the sell. You know, you buy low and you sell high, and it really pinpoints it. And for you traders out there who love to scalp, you drop this down to the 5 minutes and you're going to get a lot of trades all day long. So now I know I will get some traders, they'll say there's no such thing as a magic indicator and or the Holy Grail system. But what would you call a system that's producing 200 or more pips a day? And just looking at the totals down here, absolutely, this is well over 400, even 500 pips, because I happen to have the DAX 30 in here twice. So for sure, this is a lot of pips, and it's going to be an excellent way to end the week. Now this indicator, TZ indicator, it helps to find the beginning of the up and down cycles within the market. And that in turn will help you to trade all 3 trading sessions 24 hours a day. Now this up and down movement within the market, I call that the flow of the market. That is what you have to learn, how to trade the flow of the market, which is what I teach. Now, around 6 o'clock in the morning, I am drilling down the lights from the monthly and I'm producing my daily trade plan. Right here, you can see every one of my trades taken directly from the daily trade plan. And if you had this daily trade plan, I'm sure you can get at least 100 pips a day. Unless you only do one trade and you happen to catch the one that just wouldn't go. Now, it's not written in stone and it's not 100% guaranteed that everyone will go the direction I'm suggesting. And that is one of the main reasons why I do 5, 10, or more trades every day, because even I don't know which one is going to go. And for that particular reason, you have to have trade management and money management in order. So this is the daily trade plan for today. If you don't have the daily trade plan, and if you're interested getting more information and or getting it, just to let you know, I do charge $100 a month for it, and it's well worth it. All you got to do is get in contact with me. So remember, whatever time of the day that you're trading, I highly recommend, you really should be drilling down lights. Now, I only trade New York, and that is why at 6 o'clock in the morning I'm doing it. And I'm only trading 2 or 3 hours a day, and then I'm done trading for the day. If I was going to trade Asian or London, an hour before I'm trading, I would make this. But I'm not trading, especially London, and not too often do I trade Asian, as I can do well enough for the 2 or 3 hours in the morning. So I'm very happy with that. So let's move along here now. Lots of trades to go through. Let's see. So just to let you know, the arrow is the one after I drill down the lights from the daily trade plan. I put it in because I can't remember all these pairs. And then all I'm doing is just getting in the trade because I know it's going to go down with 95% certainty. And once the day comes, you've got 95% certainty. you're going to be a very happy trader. So I pulled the trigger, knowing quite well it can go back to the goal line as I teach within the training videos of the trigger zone system. Went against me only 15 pips. I'm not too worried about it. Close it out, looks like, with about 14 pips. And 14 pips on the Euro Aussie paid $1,004. So moving on to the Pound Aussie. These top two were the only top three, I should say. I sold and all the rest I bought. Took all the trades relatively early in the morning. Most of them were, well, before 7, and some were a little after 7, and this one was a little after 8. And as you can see, I closed out all the trades eventually around 9 o'clock. So, and it's only around 9:30 right now. I try to be done trading between 9 and 10. And so around 3 hours a day, and then allow for up to an hour to do the daily trade plan. So let's move on to the Euro Yen. Sold it. There's the arrow. Most of these, if not all of them, did qualify for a great way to trade. That's using the goal line and indicators down at the bottom. I teach exactly what the chart should look like within the training videos. Drag this up. Okay, this is where I got in at, this little cursor. It did spike right in here at 8:30 in the morning. And sometimes you'll get this. Please keep in mind that you traders out there who are putting in 10 pip stops, some days it'll work like a charm, and other days you'll have this kind of reaction. And usually when you have a reaction like that, it is because of high impact news. And on this day, Friday, December the 10th, 8:30 a.m., we had a consumer price index month over month and a core CPI. This one was flat and this one is green, which means going to be buying the USD. But as a general rule, once it stabilizes, and make sure you drill down the lights, make your own daily trade plan, or get your hands on mine. But once it stabilizes, the market will just continue to go in the direction of the higher time frames. So keep that in mind. Very good tip for you. Just notice that we forgot the second one here, but we're working on this Euro Yen. So let's see where I got in at. On this Euro Yen, it spiked around. It's only 20 pips, so it wasn't the end of the world. And keep in mind, Euro Yen doesn't move a lot, like some of the futures and the indices. Looks like I ended up with, again, 12 pips on this trade and 12 pips to the good on the Euro Yen, paid $1,056. Now we can run a check. Forgot to do this second one, Pound Aussie. Here we go. Qualified for a great way to trade. There's the arrow. Higher time frames, daily trade plan. Everything is saying to sell. So where did I get in at? Now this one here decided to do another one of these cycles. And as usual, a 10 or 20 pip many times will not hold. So let's see, went around 32 pips against me. I wasn't too worried about it. Remember, I'm 95% sure it's going to go in my favor. Ended up with this trade, looks like 14 pips, same as the Euro Aussie. And those 14 pips ended up paying out, same thing, $1,004. It looks like the Euro Aussie and Pound Aussie, they pay exactly the same amount. Because look at that, right to the penny, exactly the same. And of course, if you don't freak out trading the pound pairs, you can certainly trade futures, indices, gold, oil. I highly recommend it because, as you can clearly see, everyone down here paid much more than Forex pairs. So here we go. Crude oil, just in case you didn't know, it pays $10 a pip, qualified for a great way to trade, higher time frames, says to buy, and it also says that in my daily trade plan. Highly recommend you get your hands on daily trade plan. But anyhow, moving right along, took the trade at this cursor, closed it out just being happy with 21 pips. It has to be 21 pips because it's $10 a pip, and those 21 pips paid $2,100. Moving right along to the DAX 30. Careful with this one. Pays a lot. But I knew that it was going to go up, and I actually took the trade 2 times. First time I took it was down at the bottom down here. Maybe we'll do that one first. This one here at 634. So we'll do this one first. DAX 30 does pay $37.50 a pip. Let's drag and drop this up. Here we go. Wasn't in the trade very long. Each candle's only 15 minutes. And look at the total. I'm going to go down to the 5 minutes. Blow this up a bit, because if I don't get this rate on, it's hard to get an accurate reading. So that's 276. Let's go with 276. And those 276 pips paid out $10,312. Now we can go to the second one I put in about 7:29 in the morning. Let's see where I got in here. Remember, the first one is from here to here, and then I decided to take the trade again. Now I knew it was going to go up. Let's bring the data in properly. The blue box. Let's see. Second one I took, bought it here. Did go against me, but remember, that's what the arrow's there to remind me. Higher time frames. And just before I pull the trigger, I double check just to make sure I have some of these frames, higher time frames, in my favor. So I wasn't too worried when it went against me a little bit. And I closed it out as soon as I can get this right. And this one here looks like it was 64 pips. And those 64 pips on the DAX 30 paid $2,437. Okay, moving on to the Dow Jones. Dow Jones. Here we go. Did qualify for a great way to trade. The goal line. There's the arrow, higher time frames, daily trade plan. Too many things telling me to buy, so at least this one here, I waited longer. I waited for the pullback, and that's when I jumped in. And I knew it was going to go up, 95% certainty. Should have closed it out up here, but when you're looking at, many pairs, this is when I saw it, and I said, oh, I think I better close it out. And looks like I got 58 pips. And remember, each pip on Dow Jones is only $5. 58 pips ended up paying out $2,950. Moving right along to the S&P 500. Another one, qualified for a great way to trade. And there's the arrow, higher time frames, telling me to buy. Obviously, the daily trade plan. This could have just as easily gone straight up, but it decided to do this bit of a cycle, as the market is very random. Anyhow, I closed it out here. Would have been better way up here, which would have paid like 186, but I can only manage to trade when I see it. Looks like I locked in 112 pips. And 112 pips times $5 ended up paying out on the S&P 500 $5,625. Moving right along to the Russell. This one here pays $10 a pip and it really moves. So anyhow, qualified for a great way to trade, arrow, daily trade plan, higher time frames, everything is saying to buy. That's exactly what I did. I bought it and I closed it out again, being happy. Looks like with well, $10 a pip, so it has to be 71. That is correct. 71 pips on the Russell, paid $7,100. Let's move on. We already did this DAX, but let's work on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is $20 a pip. Daily trade plan, everything is saying to buy. There's the arrow, higher time frames. Qualified for a great way to trade. Let's see where I got in at. Now I decided to do this cycle like the other pairs, but I knew 95%, I was certain it was going to go up, which is exactly what it did. And let's see what I closed it out with. 60, that would be right. 63, you ignore the last two digits. 63 times 2, that would be 126. That would be correct. So 63 pips times $20 a pip times 10 lots. Those 63 pips ended up paying $12,680. So another great day of trading. And I just calculated all the pips and ticks. And because of the DAX 30 two times, I ended up with a lot. Today I ended up with 705 pips and ticks. And those 705 pips paid $46,270. So a great way to finish a great week of trading. If your system is not producing on a daily basis like my trigger zone system, I recommend you get your hands on it. And if you want some more information, just look right below this video. You'll see this write-up. It's my trigger zone system. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. And this magic indicator is fantastic at doing that. My system has 5 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. Included are 6 MT4 templates, 9 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Included are a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and 9 bonus videos. Now this is just a lot of extra bonus stuff I threw in, educations to help you to succeed at trading. Now there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways to trade. My number one way, of course, is a great way to trade. And that is why I produced 50 training videos. Now you can put this video on pause, and if you have any questions at all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. And of course, if you live too far, then just send me an email. My email address is right here. Remember, there's an underscore. Now I do prefer Skype. I made it easy for you. All you got to do is click on this link and we'll have Skype connection. And through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session. I'll answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks, and keep in mind that there's no obligation to you. Now if you click on this link right here, you'll see 35 screenshots of all the trigger systems and that I've been building over the years. So time to wrap up this video, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day and the next video, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.